Big numbers from college basketball in the Division II ranks. We had some technical difficulties just a moment ago, so we are back right now. Let's go ahead and talk about baseball to get things started here on Midwest Sports Net, where we talk about small college sports and more throughout the Midwest and beyond. If you're watching us on the live chat tonight, please let us know from where you are watching us. We'd appreciate that. And let us know what are the stories that you want to see covered in small college sports. For instance, NAIA baseball, that is where we will get things started tonight. And it was a big week on the diamond for Concordia last week. Concordia's won 7 in a row, and they were 6-0 last week on the diamond. Big week for Jaden Quinn. He picks up where he left off last season. How about his week last week? Here's some pretty good numbers. 7 home runs. He was 13 for 18 on the week, hit 722, had 4 doubles, 15 RBI, and scored 17 runs. That's right. He was able to get on base by way of the walk a time or two himself. Concordia now has played 11 games, and the Bulldogs are 8-3 overall right now, as they have won, I mentioned, 7 consecutive games. A big, big week as a team. The Bulldogs are hitting .391 and hitting .717 slugging percentage. Concordia's Bulldogs 8-3 right now on the season, behind an incredible performance from Jaden Quinn, 7 consecutive wins. Let's move into basketball, and we'll talk about a couple of things that happened on the Division II level last week. Let's talk about Friday. Let's go with Friday and start there. In the RMAC, Colorado Mesa with a big win over New Mexico Highlands. 224 points scored in the contest, and Mesa winning 116-108 behind an incredible performance from Trevor Baskin. Baskin had 43 points on the night, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, flirted with the triple-double there, but the stat line continued on with 4 steals and 2 blocks too. If you can fill out all of those lines there, points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, you've had a pretty good night, and Baskin did just that. With a high score for the RMAC this season, and he was too shy of the Mesa record overall, 43 points for Baskin. And here's where it gets interesting, too. I find this to be something pretty cool about the way he played. This is the second consecutive week he was recognized by the conference for his defensive performance. That's right. After an incredible performance with 43 points, the stat line that we just talked about, 9 boards, 6 assists, all of that, the whole 9 yards, and it was his defense that got him the recognition for the second consecutive week. Congratulations to Trevor Baskin and his performance for the Mavericks. Moving across the country, that was on Friday. How about Saturday? Montevallo, 91, West Florida, 83. Brandon Fussell with 50 points in the win. That's right, 50 points in the win. He shot 16 for 23, was 8 for 9 from outside the arc, 12 for 12 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Have I mentioned he's a freshman? That's right. He tied the record for Montevallo for points scored in a game and helped Montevallo with a rally and a comeback and a win over West Florida, 91-83. The freshman from Gunnersville, Alabama, Brandon Fussell, and we expect to be talking about him a few more times over the course of upcoming years. His point total, by the way, second in Division II for this season, behind only Nick Brenneman, as he had put up 64 a little bit earlier. Let's look at one other thing. Didn't get Montevallo up there. Yeah, I don't want to forget about the Falcons there. So we move on along to the NAIA now, and the conference basketball tournaments have been set. Appalachian Conference Tournament, the women's side of the bracket will have Bryan as the number 1 seed, 23-5 overall, 21-1 in AAC play. The tournament begins on Wednesday in Kingsport, Tennessee, and the men's bracket has Union as the number 1 seed there as well. The Bulldogs had a 22-6 overall record, 21-3 in conference play. They're the number 1 seed. That tournament is also in Kingsport. One last thing as we wrap things up on this abbreviated show tonight, as we look over, the American Midwest. We talked about Columbia College last night, and as Columbia and Stevens each shared the conference title, The Cougars come away with the top seed in the American Midwest, and they will host the tournament. That starts on Friday. Quarterfinals start on Friday in Columbia. The men's bracket, however, will find different places to play throughout the AMC. The higher seed will host each of the games. Quarterfinals get underway, and the top seed on the men's side is Central Baptist. So Conway, Arkansas, hosting a game on Friday. We'll see if they host throughout Saturday and Sunday as well for the American Midwest Conference. So props tonight going out to a couple of players from Division II as we look at what Brandon Fussell did and what Trevor Baskin did. Thanks for watching tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, maybe a little bit different time as we have another live stream going on a different channel at 9 o'clock. So we'll be on just a little bit after that. But thanks for watching here on Midwest Sports Net. Again, always let us know from where you're watching and what small college story you think that we need to be covering as well. God bless you all. Have a great Monday evening.